Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, everyone. It is Friday afternoon, almost 12 p.m. Almost 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 12th day of March, 2021. Okay, and next week is daylight savings time. And I don't even know who follows that and who doesn't follow that. I'm in the States, and some states don't even follow it. It is a stupid thing. I wish they would just get rid of it. It's not really necessary anymore. Anyways, moving on, taking a look at the pound pairs here, specifically talking about pound, dollar, pound yen, and the pound Swiss that we've been looking at. And we'll take a look at the other pound pairs too. But yesterday we looked at, going short on the pound dollar. If we can break below a double bottom here at 137.80. We've gotten as low as the daily charts on the bottom right here. Almost got there. The low of the day is at 138.63. That's where our low is at. Actually, no, that's today. Okay. And we're kind of a little bit above that zone now. There's a second entry that you could look for on the 10 pip chart at 138.60. That's the next one. That's on March 12th here. But if this goes all the way up, okay, so if this moves to the 50% range on the 10 pip 3-box reversal, okay, if this moves up to the 50% range, can't break above 50% and can't go any higher. And actually, I'm not sure where that level would be at, top of my head. Okay, 139.30. If it can't get one box above 139.30, then we would actually take the 3-box reversal that would populate after that. So that would be an entry at 39 even. I mean, we'll probably see if that occurs on Monday. But otherwise, that's the trade idea at the present. On the pound dollar. Pound yen, let's check that out. Just looking at my other screen here. That's the pound key. We don't want that one. Pound yen. Okay, pound yen. Been up and down, and it's been moving up and back down again today. But it looks like we're finding that top. We looked at that 50% range. Now, we don't have to look at that anymore. In fact, what's the range on this? 13 boxes on this one, right? Yeah. Yep, 13 boxes on here. This is a pull pattern, still not a spike pattern, so we just have to slide this up. And our sell stop moves up to 150, 150.90. But on the 10 pip 3-box reversal, 151.10 is the entry. And we also have a short-term short entry down at 151.20. We'll have to see how that plays out. But, when you look at the daily chart on the top right over here, we looked at that parabolic trend line. I mean, we made another high. I mean, unless something weird and drastic happens between now and the end of the day here, the end of the week, really. If we go to the weekly chart, this is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13th consecutive week of closes above the weekly highs. We've had 13 consecutive bullish weeks. You have to go back in time quite a bit to find anything like that. on the pound yen. In fact, you can go back from November 6th to where we are now. We've only had 1 week. Oh, I take that back. 2 weeks where we've had, closes below the open on the weekly chart, but 13 consecutive weeks higher. I mean, that's a pretty dramatic move. Over here, we had 13 consecutive weeks higher. No. Yeah, I don't think we've ever had that kind of a move on the pound yen before. There was 3, 6, 7, 8 weeks there. This was back in 2000. We've never had 13 consecutive weeks in one direction, period. 3, 6, 7 weeks over there. Yeah, there's never been this many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This was back in 2013. But yeah, we've never had 13 consecutive weeks. Ooh, there's a big chunk back here in 2015. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then you can just see what happened after that, after 10. Whenever you see these big, I shouldn't say like big moves, but these prolonged moves and really omnidirectional drives, I mean, there's some pretty dramatic price action that tends to occur. And we should expect to see that occur now too. The wicks at the end of the week are where they're formed. So when you look at this week, last week, and the week before, a lot of the selling pressure is occurring at the end of the week. Don't be surprised to see a huge gap down on the Sunday open. Just be aware of that. So that's on the pound yen, pound Swiss. Pound Swiss also facing a little pressure. The pound Swiss over here, so we were looking at a sell stop at 128.90, which is still valid. What we have going on here is really awesome, is that we've got a bull trap formation that would form. So if we get a double bottom at 129 even, and then we have our entry, if we get the entry to trigger at 128.90, because the prior column of X's was a buy signal with a break of a double top, that creates something known as a bull trap. And so we would expect to see some aggressive downside pressure from that move. Now this is kind of nuts. On the 5 pip 3 box reversal that's on the bottom left here, I'm just going to maximize that. This trend line is pretty insane. From the starts at the 12th of February, and we go all the way to here, and there was no break. This is a very fast, quote unquote fast. This is a 5 pip 3 box reversal chart, and there has not been a single break of the bullish trend line here. That's about to change. So watch for a break of this, because the next column of O's that forms, yeah, actually the short entry on the 5 pip 3 box reversal on the pound Swiss, that's going to be pretty epic. That's a break of this very long held trend line, and a break. It's the third lower low. Oh yeah, that's pretty awesome. That's gonna be pretty sweet. I wouldn't look at a short on that 20 pip 3 box reversal, but the 10 and the 10 and the 5, really nice setups. Really nice setups. And I mean, we need to see 3 consecutive lower lows on the daily for our GAN swing to show up. That has not occurred yet, so I'll have to wait for that. But otherwise, yeah, it looks like we've got some nice selling pressure coming up here with these prolonged trends. Just take a look at the pound loonie real quick. Pound loonie's under pressure. Yeah, the Canadian dollar is very strong. I mean, just some this is some pretty powerful sell structure. This is a 220 pip drop from the 11th to where we are now without a single retrace on it. Pound Aussie, It's just wallowing. I like the long entry here though on the that 40 pip 3-box reversal. I mean, this is really no different than what we've looked at. We've looked at this trade before, but a break of a triple top with the entry at 181.20. Oops. Now, some people look at this and go, okay, pound Aussie. I mean, this is kind of it's not really what we would consider a normal pair, but people say, well, if the Aussie dollar and the pound are going to be weak against the dollar, how would you measure how the pound Aussie is going to work? Well, it just depends on who's performing better against the dollar. If the pound is only down like 0.2% against the dollar, but the Aussie's down 0.6% against the dollar, you're going to see the pound Aussie spike up dramatically. Pound Loonie, we did that one. Take a look at the pound Kiwi, and then we'll end it there. We looked at a buy stop this was earlier in the month that triggered. That's still active. There's no reason to leave that or abandon that yet. On the 10 pip, there's a possible entry as well, 5 pip maybe. But yeah, some good opportunities across the board. We had a great week. Actually, most of the week was just kind of a waiting week, waiting for these extremes to find their extremes and find some evidence that it's weakening. And that's exactly what we have going on. Well, thank you all. From all of us here at Exchange Rates UK TV, thank you for watching. Look forward to speaking with you all next week. And don't forget to like and subscribe.